What's going on, guys? Ted from Nerd Immersion here, and I've been talking about it for a little while and alluding to on social media, but tonight, February 6th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, will be the debut of my brand new homebrew campaign in the homebrew world of Evrand. So you may ask yourself, what is Evrand? What do we need to know about it? Well, I don't want to give too much away, as a lot of that's going to be revealed over the course of the campaign, and maybe even in the first episode with talking to the various characters. But after our original homebrew campaign completed, we had some other folks here on the channel run games so that I could build this homebrew world. It's been a long time coming, and this is going to be the first episode of it. So I'm a little nervous, but I'm also excited to explore this new world and develop it as I go with my players and with all of you at home. So this world was built primarily by me, but it did have some input from my good friend Katie, who you may know as Lazy Mermaiden or Roswin on the Horde of the Dragon Queen campaigns, as well as some help from you guys on Twitter and in our Discord. So be on the lookout, as I may post additional things on social media in the future, asking for assistance to help name things or come up with enemies and things of that nature. So we're going to flip over to the world map real quick to show off a little bit. But it is a homebrew world. Everything is made up by me with the exception of the Pantheon, which will be the Forgotten Realms Faerunian Pantheon, because that's what my players know best, and it's easier than trying to retrain them on a whole new set of deities. And there is a handful of homebrew rules, but nothing you're not really unfamiliar with here on the channel, like 46 dropped the lowest, and we do that 7 times as opposed to 6. And I grant additional bonus languages for intelligence modifier, or positive intelligence modifiers, and things like that. I will have that document fully ready to go before the stream, so it may be in the description by the time you're seeing this video. If not, I'll have a link to it, and I'll post on social media, and again, it will be a link of the first episode video so you guys can see what homebrew stuff we're rolling with. On top of that, I think that's pretty much it as far as stuff that you guys need to know up front. It is very, it's high fantasy, it's high magic, a lot of inner brewings of turmoil and things, and there'll obviously be tons of questions, I'm sure, which you can ask at me on any of the social media, and if it's something that doesn't spoil the course of the game, I will reveal it to you. So, when we jump over here to, this is an Incarnate map. If you're unfamiliar, I'll put the link to Incarnate in the description. It is a free map building service. I do have access to the pro version of that service, so I have access to some different resources that you may not have if you go on your own, but you can build maps here for free. So this is my general world, at least what's been highly mapped, the most commonly known continents. Perhaps there are some things that exist outside of this of these maps, of this particular map, that people just haven't seen before or hasn't been documented. But as you can see, we have 5 major continents. But the world is named Evrand in the one major continent. The biggest continent is also named Evrand, and that is where the primary campaign is going to take place, at least at the start. They have the opportunity to go to any of these other cities as need be, but this is where the game is going to start. So why don't we jump over to a little more zoomed in version. Here you can see we've got the hex grid on, and we have more of the labels of all the actual places. So the players come from a variety of these different cities, which we'll get into tomorrow, I'm sure. But the majority of the work is gonna, or the play is gonna happen here in this northerly region, as that's where we're starting. And actually below the mountains, the Wyvern Peaks here, you can kind of make it out right there. There's a little looks like a little entrance there. There's an entire dwarven stronghold beneath the Wyvern Peaks called the Major Dwarven Stronghold of Carrickfern, and that is where the game is gonna start. Where it goes, I guess we'll have to see what the players decide. But I just wanted to give you guys a little preview as to what's going on. So if you're like, oh, Evrand, what's Evrand? You have a little bit of an idea. It's a world that I've built, and I'm excited to showcase with you guys. There will be some homebrew classes, a little bit of homebrew races, and a ton of homebrew magic items and monsters. So be on the lookout for cool stuff like that. And I hope to see you guys live in the chat. I know we're going to have a handful of folks there watching, so I'd love to have you be one of them. And come enjoy this journey with me, and hopefully it's fun and people enjoy it, and we'll see where things go. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed it, and I hopefully will see you live tonight.